Midway through of what was actually a close game at the time between Czechia and Denmark, Lukas Dostal delivered the save of the Men's World Tournament so far. A Danish point shot got deflected and then blocked by Radko Gudas, bouncing to Mikkel Allegad. He thought he had an open net to shoot at, but Dostal made a lunging stick save. I guess the puck got some blocker too, but still, a stick save and a beauty by Dosty. The home crowd even started chanting Dostal's name after that. This save turned out to be huge as the game had a wild finish. You may have noticed Dostal actually received some goal support in this one, but it didn't start that way. The Czechs had an almost 2-minute 5-on-3 power play to begin with, which they didn't convert. Neil Brown must have already found a new job. They say it's a bad omen when you don't score in the 5-on-3, and it was, as the Danes score on their power play. Probably would have liked Dosty to get a stick on that backdoor pass. However, the Czech team responded quickly, with San Jose Sharks defenseman Ruda scoring a point shot through traffic just a minute later. The Czechs would score 2 more early in the second, as Fleck was on fleek using his speed and sniped it off the post and in. Then Kasha would beat an icing call and center the puck as former Blue Jacket Sedlak scored on the backhand. Dostal would then make his amazing save I mentioned earlier, but the period would end with Denmark getting one, as Dostal isn't allowed to make a glove save because of a body in the way, and it deflects off former Oiler Patrick Russell's stomach and in. They did look at this goal, but since Russell was out of the blue paint, it stood. Early in the third, Gudas saved Dosty's butt with his own stick save, saving a for-sure goal for Denmark. However, Denmark managed to tie the game with a well-placed shot under Dostal's arm. Despite the setback, the Czech team rallied, scoring 3 straight goals, including 2 within 20 seconds of each other. The Danes would get one back, though, with another backdoor pass you would like Dostal to stop. The redirection goes off the pipe, then Dostal's back and in. Czechia would answer with goal number 7. It was called a no-goal on the ice for being in the blue paint, but it was overturned, so Czechia wins 7-4. Dosty wasn't his sharp self like in past games, stopping 14 of 18, rib save percentage, but outside of those 2 back doors he probably could have stopped. It's hard to blame him for any of the goals. If he could see the shot, he stopped it. Gudas and his D partner led the team with ice time. He has still yet to register a point, but as the Butcher does, he has been very strong defensively. Pavol Regenda is looking more and more like he could be a full-time Duck as he leads his team in penalty minutes and just over 18 minutes of ice time as Slovakia beats Poland 4-0. Regenda is always tops for ice time for his team, top 3 or 4. Isaac Lundestrom and Sweden take down Kazakhstan 3-1 as they still remain perfect in the tournament. Lundy had 2 shots. The US came in very well rested with 2 days off and made easy work of the French, jumping out to a 4-0 lead in the first. Led by the top line, who scored or assisted on every goal. In the second, the French would change their goalie, and he would come in and stop 37 out of 38 shots. The only one he was beaten by was a Shane Pinto shot in the slot after some great forechecking by Kachuk with 2 minutes left in the game. The US won 5-0, outshooting France 54-10. Wow. They get a much-needed win, jumping from 5th to 3rd in their group. Nedeljkovic got the shutout, and I believe the broadcast mentioned that goaltender Alex Lyon had to return home because of the cut to his hand he got a few games ago. Trevor Zegras had a rough first period, but had numerous scoring chances later in the game. A semi-breakaway and a cross-ice pass from Cole Caulfield that he gets robbed on. Good thing Cole was the one passing, because if the roles were reversed, Cole would have either missed the net or whiffed. Zegras also drew a penalty, which means nothing for this US power play. There were some changes to it, though, in this game. Zegras was on power play unit number 1, but the goal is still to feed Cole Caulfield, and this is what he does half the time. Gotta move Cole to the wing or something to give him some room to work with, because he can't handle the tight space in the slot. Olen Zellweger played just 7 minutes for Team Canada, but he appears to be a mainstay on the second power play unit. Bedsy needs to ask for a little more ice time for his roommate.
Zellweger, a little neater, he keeps the room cleaner, and Mace was kind of messing everything up.
Canada led the whole way and held Norway to 0 shots in the first 40 minutes. But in the third, the Norwegians would score on their second shot of the game, making it a little interesting, but Canada would rattle off 2 more goals to shut the door. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!
I quack usually before I go on the ice a couple times, but that's about it.
But no flying V?
Not before the game. Usually during the game we break that one out. Before the game, just a couple quacks.